Welcome, detectives. Get ready because today we're diving into a classic, super suspenseful sci-fi mystery in this explainer. I'm talking about the case of the locked bathroom. So go ahead and put on your imaginary detective hats because things are about to get really weird, totally wet, and wonderfully, absolutely alien. So, tell me, have you ever had a kind of strange guest over at your house? Maybe an uncle who eats literally all the ice cream, or a friend who brings over their incredibly loud pet iguana? We've all been there, right? But I want you to imagine a guest who is truly, well, out of this world. Someone who crosses entire solar systems just to visit you. What would you do if they started acting just a little bit suspicious? Okay, let's dive into this and meet our subjects. First up is the professor. He's a cultural anthropologist, which basically means he studies how entirely different species live their lives. And right next to him is Earth's very first visitor from another planet. He's tall, he's super blue, and he actually learned English just by watching our TV shows. Right now, he's hanging out as a guest in the professor's home.
Now, what's really interesting about this is our Martians' completely hilarious alien biology. On Earth, when we're happy, the corners of our mouths go up, right? We smile. But for our Martian friend, it's the exact opposite. An upward curve means he's feeling super anxious, but a downward curve, like a big upside-down U, that actually means he is incredibly happy. Make sure you keep that clue in mind. It's absolutely crucial.
Okay, so our mystery kicks off with a very urgent, kind of awkward moment. The professor is there, congratulating his amazing space guest, when suddenly the Martian just stands right up. He looks around hesitantly, shifts his weight, and asks, "Excuse me, please, but where is it?" I mean, we've all had that totally relatable feeling, right? Desperately needing the bathroom when you're visiting a brand new house.
Just look at the Martian sitting there and notice his mouth. See how it's curved downward? To the professor, he looks like he's frowning big time. But based on our clues from earlier, what does that actually mean? You guessed it. He's actually extremely happy and so relieved to finally be asking. The poor professor is totally baffled, but luckily, his super perceptive wife realizes exactly what their alien guest needs.
The professor immediately jumps into action. He tells him, top of the stairs, end of the hall, last door. The Martian politely declines having someone walk him up there, gives him a big, happy downward frown, and literally squiggles his way right up the stairs. The professor and his wife are just delighted. I mean, it goes to show that even aliens from outer space need to use the restroom just like the rest of us. Let's move forward and see how this builds, because this is where our mystery truly begins. The clock starts ticking. Minute 1, the Martian goes in and shuts the door. Fast forward to minute 20, the professor nervously glances at his watch. A whole half hour passes. The daughter points out that he's been in there for an awfully long time. The suspense is seriously growing now. What in the universe is he doing in there? Suddenly, the professor's little son races into the room. He hears water running, lots and lots of water. Splash, splash. The whole family starts panicking. You see, Mars is a dry, dusty, completely water-starved planet. Could this unlimited supply of Earth water have driven the poor Martian completely mad? They tiptoe upstairs. They hear faint splashing, and then, suddenly, total eerie silence. So the crucial point is that a simple bathroom break has officially turned into a full-blown sci-fi emergency. The professor knocks on the door. No answer. He jiggles the doorknob. Locked. The daughter gasps and cries out, "He may be dead or dying!" The wife is absolutely terrified he might have drowned in the sink or something. Do they call the fire department? Seriously, how do you even explain an alien locked in your bathroom to a 911 dispatcher?
It is definitely time for a top-secret rescue operation. The brave little son steps up and volunteers for the mission. Step 1, crawl carefully out the bedroom window. Step 2, creep like a completely stealthy ninja along the outside roof gutter. And Step 3, peek right through the bathroom window. The professor nervously helps his son out the window and waits inside in absolute nail-biting terror.
10 long, agonizing minutes later, the son finally climbs back inside. Is the Martian a goner? Nope. The son whispers, "Hey Pop, don't look so scared." He filled the bathtub all the way up and just the end of his little old schnozzle is sticking out. That's right, he isn't drowning at all. He's completely submerged with just his nose poking up like a snorkel and his alien suit is hung neatly on the back of the door. Okay, so he's safe, but he still won't come out. And out of extreme, intense Earthling politeness, the professor decides they just have to wait for him. So the whole family sits cross-legged on the hallway floor, arms folded, pulling an absolute all-nighter right outside the bathroom door. Can you even imagine that? Sitting on a hard wooden floor until sunrise just to be polite to an alien who's taking the longest bath in the history of the universe?
Finally, dawn arrives. The bright morning sun peeks through the hallway windows. Suddenly, they hear a splash. Splash. The doorknob slowly turns. The door creaks open, and there stands the Martian, perfectly dressed in his gray pinstripe suit. He looks down at the exhausted, sleep-deprived family, and his mouth curls sharply downward into a massive, beaming, alien smile. And then, the Martian drops the ultimate plot twist on them. He says, "Good morning. I never slept better in my life, even in my own little wet bed back on Mars." Wow, he wasn't taking a bath at all. To a Martian from a desert planet, a tub full of water isn't for washing, it's a bed. He had literally just enjoyed a wonderfully refreshing 8-hour underwater snooze. And this brilliantly illustrates a classic, totally hilarious culture clash. You see, on Earth, we sleep in soft, dry beds with blankets. But on a dry desert planet like Mars, sleeping completely submerged in a giant tub of water is the ultimate luxury. He learned all our words from TV, sure, but he completely missed the fact that when humans get ready for sleep in their bathrooms, they don't actually sleep in the tubs.
But wait, the misunderstanding actually goes both ways. The Martian looks down at the poor, achy family sitting on the hard floor. His mouth curls upward. Now remember, what does that mean? Yep, he's super sad. He cries out, "You didn't give up your only bed for me?" He honestly thought the bathtub was the only bed in the entire house. The professor, being the great host he is, just smiles and tells them they were acting as an honor guard.
What an incredible adventure, right? It just goes to show that when we meet new people, whether they're from a different country or a completely different planet, our normal might be their totally weird. So I want to leave you with this thought. If you took a rocket ship tomorrow today, what completely normal Earth habit of yours would totally confuse them? Maybe brushing your teeth? Or eating freezing cold ice cream? Think about it. Thanks for joining me for this explainer of the locked bathroom case. Keep asking those big questions, detectives, and I'll see you next time.